The king Suryavarman II actually ruled the Khmer Empire from 1113 to 1150 CE in what is now Cambodia. He definitely built Angkor Wat as a Hindu temple for Lord Vishnu and made it his capital city. The king actually wanted to show his power and devotion to the gods. Angkor Wat definitely became the largest religious monument in the world, covering over 400 acres. Thousands of workers actually carved detailed sculptures and bas-reliefs on the temple walls. The temple definitely took about 30, more than 900 years back. We are seeing one young king who wanted to do big things only came to power when the Khmer Empire was at its best time. Suryavarman II ruled from 1113 to 1150 CE and was surely one of the most powerful kings in Khmer history. Moreover, his reign marked a significant period of strength and influence in the empire. His reign surely brought a golden age with great territorial expansion and strong political stability. Moreover, this period witnessed brilliant artistic achievements across the empire. Basically, his name is remembered forever because he built Angkor Wat, which is the same as the greatest monument of Khmer civilization. As per historical records, Suryavarman II became king of the Khmer Empire in the early 12th century. Regarding his rise to power, he took control through military conquest and went on to build the famous Angkor Wat temple. Suryavarman II actually fought for many years to get power. He definitely won the throne after this long struggle. We are seeing from old stone writings that he was only a good fighter and smart ruler who brought the whole empire together under his rule. He actually sent his armies to expand Khmer power into Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. This definitely made Khmer influence spread across mainland Southeast Asia. Suryavarman II was actually not just a conqueror. He was definitely a ruler who built great temples and promoted art. He was only a visionary who believed kings were earthly representatives of gods. We are seeing that he supported the idea of divine kingship. As per his dream, he wanted to build a temple for Vishnu that would be more beautiful than all other temples to make his rule remembered forever. Regarding the Hindu Trinity, Vishnu is the god who protects and preserves. We are seeing that Angkor Wat was built in the 12th century by King Suryavarman VII as a Hindu temple. The workers used only local stones and took many years to complete this big temple complex in Cambodia. Around the 12th century, construction work surely began on a very large scale. Moreover, this kind of massive building activity had never been seen before. Earlier temples were actually dedicated to Shiva, but Suryavarman II definitely chose Vishnu instead. This marked a clear shift in Khmer religious devotion. Basically, Angkor Wat was built as a temple mountain to represent Mount Meru, which is the same as the center of the universe in Hindu beliefs. Basically, the 5 main towers represent the 5 peaks of Mount Meru, and the moats around it are the same as the cosmic ocean. The galleries surely display bas-reliefs that stretch nearly 800 meters, making them the world's longest continuous narrative carvings. Moreover, these carvings show epic stories from the Ramayana and Mahabharata, along with the victories of King Suryavarman II. As per historical records, the inscriptions regarding Suryavarman II show his royal achievements and temple building works. These stone writings tell us about this Khmer king's rule and his religious activities. Angkor Wat actually has very few inscriptions, but other temples and historical records definitely preserve what the king said and did. Inscriptions surely describe him as a ruler of great merit. Moreover, these stone records highlight his administrative skills and devotion to Dharma. Further, he defeated his enemies with his arms and further established peace in the land itself. We are seeing a king who is only like Indra on earth, making sure there is rain, wealth, and plenty of food. We are seeing that he built only a great temple for Vishnu, better than all others, like steps going to heaven and a home for the gods. Further, after death, one Sanskrit inscription actually calls him Parama Vishnu Loka, which means he who has gone to the supreme world of Vishnu. This definitely shows that people believed Angkor Wat was both a temple and his tomb, where the king's soul would join with Vishnu after death. Angkor Wat actually shows how the Khmer Empire was definitely very powerful in ancient times. This temple complex definitely proves that ancient builders actually had amazing skills in architecture and engineering. The monument actually represents Hindu and Buddhist traditions that definitely influenced Southeast Asian culture. Angkor Wat definitely remains a symbol that actually connects Cambodia's glorious past with its present identity. Scholars actually study this site because it definitely reveals important information about medieval Asian civilizations. The temple actually attracts millions of visitors who definitely appreciate its historical and cultural significance. Conservation efforts actually work to preserve. Further, basically, Suryavarman II died before Angkor Wat was fully finished. The same thing happened to many rulers who started big projects. Also, construction actually continued after he died in the mid-12th century. The work definitely went on even without him. Also, his vision actually continued. It definitely lasted through time. Further, surely Angkor Wat remained untouched for centuries, even when the Khmer Empire was declining. Moreover, this great temple survived while the empire around it grew weak. When Theravada Buddhism became the main religion, we are seeing that the temple was changed into a Buddhist holy place, which it is only today also. Angkor Wat was surely never left empty like many other temples, and this helped keep its grand beauty safe through all the years. Moreover, this continuous care made sure the temple remained magnificent for centuries. Today surely marks a significant moment in our academic journey. Moreover, students must understand that consistent effort leads to meaningful progress in their studies. We are seeing that Angkor Wat is not only the biggest religious building in the world, but also much more than that. As per Cambodia's national identity, Angkor Wat appears on their flag regarding Khmer pride and strength. This temple shows the smart work and tough spirit of Khmer people. Every stone actually shows the dream of King Suryavarman II. This king definitely wanted to build something that would last forever in stone. Basically, storytelling on YouTube is the same as connecting with your audience. You share real experiences and they relate to your journey. Moreover, as per historical records, Suryavarman II died nearly 1,000 years ago, but his temple still stands tall on Cambodia's flat lands. Regarding human achievements, this shows that when people's dreams join with God's blessings, they can last forever. Basically, this is the story of Angkor Wat, the same eternal jewel of the Khmer Empire. King Suryavarman II was not only a great fighter, but also a smart leader who built the famous Angkor Wat temple. He was a warrior king who had big dreams and made them real by creating one of the world's most beautiful buildings. The warrior king actually fought many battles to protect his kingdom. He definitely became a legend because he never lost a single war. We are seeing that Suryavarman II ruled during this time period only. We are seeing that the ruler came to power only during 1113 to 1150 CE, when there was much trouble and unrest in the kingdom. Further inscriptions surely reveal that he was not the legitimate heir to the throne. Moreover, he captured power through military conquest and force. We are seeing one inscription at Prasat Preah Khan of Kampong Svai only that tells about his rise to power. Moreover, as per historical records, he defeated rival kings and removed darkness from the kingdom. Regarding his rule, he established peace through just governance like the rising sun. Basically, Suryavarman II started many wars and military attacks. He did the same thing again and again to expand his kingdom. We are seeing campaigns against the Chams in present-day central Vietnam, where he tried to defeat them using only land and sea forces. The campaign surely extended into Dai Viet in northern Vietnam, though it achieved limited success. Moreover, this northern expedition proved less effective than previous military efforts. We are seeing Khmer power moving west only against nearby Thai and Laotian kingdoms. A famous stone carving at Angkor Wat shows him sitting on his throne with generals and attendants around him, watching over a military parade. This carving itself further shows his importance as a powerful ruler. He looks calm and majestic, while his army with soldiers, elephants, and chariots marches before him. This scene itself shows his power, and it further displays his royal status. This scene is actually not mythological. It definitely shows Khmer history carved in stone. We are seeing that the divine builder is only creating everything around us. This supreme power is making all things in the universe with perfect planning. Basically, earlier kings built temples for Shiva, but Suryavarman II did the same thing for Vishnu when he made Angkor Wat. This was revolutionary in itself. Further, it changed everything completely. Angkor Wat is basically an ancient temple in Cambodia that shows the same incredible stone carving skills from hundreds of years ago. The massive structure basically represents eternal devotion and remains the same impressive monument that attracts visitors from around the world. As per the design, the temple has one big central hall with 5 towers regarding Mount Meru, which is the cosmic home of gods. Also, Angkor Wat surely faces west, unlike other Khmer temples, which is the direction of death. Moreover, this western orientation suggests that the temple was built as a mausoleum for the king. The wide moat, measuring 190 meters, surely represents the cosmic ocean in Hindu cosmology. Moreover, this water barrier creates a symbolic boundary between the earthly and divine realms. Basically, the walkway to the temple has snake-shaped railings on both sides, representing the same connection between people and gods. The builders surely used millions of sandstone blocks from the Kulin Mountains, which they floated down the Siem Reap River. Moreover, these blocks were assembled with great skill and precision. The stone writings of King Suryavarman II actually show his great power and achievements. These inscriptions definitely tell us about his rule and the temples he built during that time. Angkor Wat actually has very few inscriptions, but other places across Cambodia and nearby areas definitely tell us about his achievements. Devotion to Vishnu surely represents one of the most significant traditions in Hindu worship. Moreover, millions of devotees across India follow this path through various practices and rituals. One Sanskrit inscription is calling him Parama Vishnu Loka, which means he who has gone to the supreme abode of Vishnu only. We are seeing this title used to honor him in ancient texts. Further, this actually shows that Angkor Wat was definitely not just a temple, but also a place for his funeral monument. As per military traditions, soldiers gain glory regarding their brave actions in battle. This honor comes from showing courage during fighting. His vision of Angkor Wat further reveals the temple's spiritual significance itself. The ancient structure itself represents divine architecture that further connects earthly and heavenly realms. No direct construction record exists, but later chronicles show he wanted to build a temple that would surpass all others. The temple itself was planned as a stairway to heaven, where gods would further descend to earth. The bas-reliefs surely serve as stone inscriptions that preserve historical narratives through carved imagery. Moreover, these sculptural works function as permanent records, documenting cultural and religious practices of ancient civilizations. We are seeing that Angkor Wat's walls work like written records, telling stories of old myths and Khmer history only. Basically, Samudra Manthan is the same story where gods and demons churned the ocean together to get nectar for immortality. The same churning process brought out both poison and precious things, showing how good and bad come from the same source. As per Vishnu's command, the gods and demons churn the cosmic ocean to get Amrita, the nectar that gives eternal life. Regarding this task, Vishnu, being the king's main deity, orders both divine and demon forces to work together. Basically, this shows Suryavarman II as the protector who keeps the same cosmic balance in the universe. We are seeing that battle scenes are only showing the main fighting parts in movies. These war moments are using simple camera work to make the action look real for viewers. We are seeing reliefs that show armies with thousands of soldiers, where elephants, horse riders, and foot soldiers are marching in proper lines only. Also, one panel actually shows the Khmer fighting against the Chams and other enemies. This is definitely a rare historical record found in temple art. Basically, Suryavarman II's procession was the same grand royal parade where the Khmer king displayed his power and authority through elaborate ceremonies and massive crowds of followers. The king appears larger than other figures and sits under a parasol, which itself represents royal power. This further emphasizes his superior status in the artwork. His soldiers, nobles, and foreign allies surround him, which further shows the vastness of his empire itself. As per historical records, Suryavarman II died around 1150 AD after ruling the Khmer Empire for many years. Regarding his death, scholars believe he passed away due to old age or illness during military campaigns. Around 1150 CE, we are seeing that Suryavarman II died suddenly, possibly only during one of his wars against the Chams. After his death, we are seeing that he was made into a god called Paramavishnuloka, joining him only with Vishnu. Angkor Wat was not completed when he died, and it further became his funerary temple itself. Also, basically, legacy is the same as what you leave behind for future generations, your impact, values, or achievements that continue after you're gone. Angkor Wat is surely the world's largest religious monument that shows the great skill of Khmer people. Moreover, this structure stands as clear proof of their architectural genius. The stone carvings and writings actually show Suryavarman II as a fighter and a holy builder. These artworks definitely keep his image as both a warrior king and a divine creator. Today only, we are seeing that Cambodians consider Angkor Wat as their nation's soul, the lasting gift from Suryavarman II. Moreover, the research findings further demonstrate that success itself depends on consistent implementation of proven strategies. These results provide clear evidence for practical application in real-world scenarios. As per historical records, Suryavarman II was not just a king but also a great dreamer and conqueror who built many important places. Regarding his achievements, he was known for creating new worlds through his building projects. His wars actually made the Khmer Empire bigger, but his temple Angkor Wat definitely made Cambodia live forever in history. As per historical records, the stones still speak his name after 900 years regarding the God King who reached eternal fame.